Hey everyone, what's up? This is Chaz, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod review. So the mod for today is the Landmines mod, and with this mod you guys can now get these landmines, but they're not that focused around explosions, and that's what I kind of like about this mod, which is the fact that, we can get these landmines that don't make explosions, but rather stuff like a big lava pool, you can poison yourself, and suffocation. So let's go ahead and get started here, and like always with these big mods, I'm going to have the crafting recipes flashing at the top left hand corner. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We have our first default landmine, and this is going to be the one that just has the explosion, because you obviously need to have a landmine with an explosion if you're making a landmine mod. So let's go ahead and walk over it. Hopefully maybe the pig will go on it, that would be kind of cool, but doesn't look like he wants to. Let's go ahead and walk over it ourselves, and you can see when we walk over it, it will make a little explosion, and the entities go over the ground, which will be kind of useful, I guess, if you guys really want to collect material like that, although you probably would kill yourself activating it, so I don't really know how useful that would be. But now with all of these landmines, you can have different textures for each of the landmines. So let me go ahead and show you guys in too many items here. We have our poison landmine, and with our poison landmine, you guys can make a dirt poison landmine, wood, cobblestone, and stone, and you can do that for all the other landmines to get kind of a better texture to hide it, as this is a multiplayer mod, and you guys probably need some kind of textures that you can hide in the ground so people will obviously step on it. So let me go ahead and show you guys the texture for one of these TNT landmines. So we're just going to go ahead and pull out a wood one right here, plop it into the ground, and you guys can see that it kind of has a faint little TNT texture in there, as the mod creator kind of wanted to make it look like, so it did have somewhat of a landmine texture to it, so people can kind of recognize it, but it is kind of unrecognizable at the same time as you're trying to hide it. But when you step on it, it will explode just like all the other ones. And let me go ahead and show you guys how to make the crafting recipe for that, as it is different from the default one. I kind of have this little setup one right there, crafting bench, and you guys are just going to need some gunpowder, TNT in the middle, iron ingots on the side, and then we need our wooden pressure plate. And then we just put the material we want the landmine to be on the bottom. So if you guys want it to be stone, you put the stone there. If you want it to be wood, you put the wood there. Dirt goes there, and so on for all the other materials. And this is pretty much the same thing for all the other landmines. You guys just have to replace that bottom block with the block or texture you want it to be. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to our next ones here. This is called the Suffocation landmine. And when someone or a mob steps on this, it will pretty much just suffocate you in the block. So let's go ahead and walk over this, and you can see there that it actually trapped me, but since it's sand, it will fall, and I have a little cave under here, so it kind of glitched out. Let's go ahead and try that on the ground somewhere else, as that wasn't the best example, but you guys can pretty much see what it does, which is just it pretty much just encases you in the material that you desire it to. And there we go. And if you guys are in survival, you'll pretty much always die, but it's kind of a slow, painful death, so that's kind of cool, as it different from all the other landmine mods. But let's go ahead and move on to our next one here. This is the lava. I think it's the lava landmine, yeah. So pretty much you guys can probably guess what this does, which is when you step on it, it will make a big pool of lava, and I'm just going to have two there just because I kind of like the way it looks. The textures are kind of nice, actually. But let's go ahead and walk over it, and when you get on it, it just brings out a big pool of lava under you. And this is very cool if you guys want to put kind of the disguise texture on it, and you put it in front of your house and someone mistakes it for just a wooden plank and they walk over it. It can really do some damage. But as you guys can see here, there's actually sometimes when you step on these landmines and they don't go off, that's kind of a glitch, and I don't really know why that happens. Maybe we can get a fix for that with this mod creator if he happens to see the video, but that's really the only bug there is with this mod. But yeah, that pretty much does it for that one. Let's go ahead and move on to our last one here, and I thought for our last one we should go into survival, because it is the poison landmine, and when you step on this guy, it will actually poison you, which is kind of cool. So let's go ahead and try this out here. We're just going to go ahead and walk right over it, and it kind of stuns you and starts to poison you, and the block turns into cobblestone, which I thought is pretty cool. And you guys pretty much just have to make your way, if you get stunned with this thing, back to your base before you die, because this will pretty much kill you pretty fast. But quite a funny landmines mod. But yeah, that pretty much does it for today, guys. So like always, I'll have a link to this mod in the description. I would appreciate it if you guys took half a second to leave a rating. Other than that, guys, this has been Chaz with the Landmines mod, and I will talk to you guys later.